Okay, now it's 5:30. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I would like to call the Tuesday, May 5th, 2026 City Council meeting to order. First, I will have our Mayor Pro Tem and Council Member Rick Miller do our invocation.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Please pray with me. And your faith is different than mine. Heavenly Father, we thank you as members of this council for this great opportunity to serve the citizens of Sugar Land. May we, as leaders, be blessed with wisdom, discernment, and knowledge to navigate the challenges and opportunities before us. Grant us the strength to listen to one another with respect and empathy, and to work together to make the right and best decisions for the city and for all residents. I ask a special blessing on all city staff members, and especially for the safety of our first responders as they carry out their duties in serving all of us. In addition, I ask for your watchful eye for the protection of our military members, especially those serving around the world. Bring them home safely to their families at the end of their tours of duty. And dear Lord, we deeply appreciate your grace and mercy that you provide to us daily. Please guide and direct all that we do. May our country, state, and this city, and all residents thrive, and may we as elected council members always act with integrity, humility, and compassion. In your name I pray. Amen.
Thank you. So please remain standing for our pledges. And so our pledges are going to be led by Colony Elementary Student Council, the Colony Bend Elementary Student Council. So come on up. So tonight we have with us Ahmed, Audrey, Campbell, Ella, Emmy, George, Hamza, Isabel, Jake, Leah, Lena, Mario, Ruhi, Samuel, Shafiqullah, and Towns. And their teacher is Miss Laura Yarrow. She's the student council sponsor and the fourth grade ELAR and social studies teacher. And she said this has been a great group of student council members. So I'll let you lead us off here.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Great. Thank you all for coming out. Let's get a quick picture with everybody. Good job. Good job. Here we go. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. Next, we have our recognitions. The first one is the IMBA Trail Town designation and National Bike Month. And we have Kimberly Terrell, our Director of Parks and Recreation. And I'd also like at this time to invite our entire Parks and Recreation team and Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association members to join Kimberly and I up at the front. So everybody come on down. Okay. So today we're proud to recognize the city of Sugar Land as a 2026 International Bike Association Trail Town, the only city in Texas to receive this inaugural national designation by the International Mountain Biking Association. This honor reflects the strength of our trail system and the incredible partnership with the Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association. And now I'll hand it over to Kimberly.
Thank you, Mayor. We are so excited to be here in front of you tonight. I mean, this is the first ever Trail Town designation, and Sugar Land, again, is the only city in Texas to receive this designation, so super proud. We couldn't have done it without a lot of folks here. We have the support of our city council, of our parks board, of our team, of Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association. What started out as trails back, we started out in 2009 with the Brindley Trail through a generous donation from Mr. Brindley in support of his son. We started out with that trail and have since built to about 15 miles of trails, and we could not have done any of that without the support of Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association. They put in so many hours every single year. It says on this sheet that they're about 1,000 hours, but I reckon that's probably a little bit low. Right? But those are just numbers. I was looking, I happened across a social media post yesterday, and I'm going to embarrass Dave, who's the head of Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association, to really truly highlight their hard work. So last night, trail user Oleski posted, "River Park Trails, on the way back, keep an eye out for a fallen tree. It comes up unexpectedly on a descent and blocks the trail. I tried to move it, but it's too big. I'll need a chainsaw to clear." And so in just about 10 minutes, and this was at night, this was like 7 o'clock at night, there were 2 posts in less than 10 minutes, one from Dave and one from another Dave. "Thanks for the update. Our head RB trail captain is now aware and making plans to get it cleared. And then, thanks for the heads up. I will get out there and clear it in the morning." So then at 10 a.m. this morning, there was a post showing the before and after pics, and then just 2 words from Dave: "Tree cleared." So it's that remarkable partnership that really makes these trails possible. And the partnership is really the main part of this recognition, because a lot of folks have really good trails. A lot of folks don't have this partnership that we have with Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association. So I'd like to give them a hand, as well as all of our folks here who partner with them. Dave, would you like to say anything? If I embarrassed you enough.
On behalf of Fort Bend Mountain Bike Association, I'd really like to thank City Council for first approving the contract 6 years ago, and the entire Parks Department for being incredible partners. We call these mountain bike trails, but these are really multi-use trails. There's runners, there's hikers, there's bird watchers. They've really become an integral part of the Parks Department, and we thank the Parks Department for being such wonderful partners.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, great job by all, and thank you all so much, and congratulations. And let's get a picture. Council, you'd like to stand up? Thank you all again for the amazing partnership we share. Great job. Next item is Economic Development Week 2026, and Michelle McCrimmon, our Assistant City Manager, is going to lead that.
Thank you, Mayor. Can I call our Economic Development and Redevelopment team up here, please? So this week is International Economic Development Week, which is a global recognition, and it's an opportunity to highlight the incredible work that it takes to attract quality jobs, support existing businesses, and strengthen our tax base to help maintain the services and quality of life that our residents, businesses, and visitors enjoy today. In Sugar Land, this work is led by our Department of Redevelopment and our Office of Economic Development and Tourism, whose teams are advancing efforts across businesses, working on retention and also redevelopment. So with that, we are proud to recognize Economic Development Week They don't get a month like all the others, but because we got to get them to work. And Mayor McCutcheon, we have a proclamation for you to read.
Okay. Thank you. So, Economic Development Week recognizes the power of strategic investment and long-term planning in shaping our community. In Sugar Land, that work is driven by two voter-approved sales tax-funded corporations, the Sugar Land Development Corporation and Sugar Land 4B Corporation, which has supported our growth for over 30 years. In 2025 alone, we generated $78 million in sales tax and supported $743 million in capital investment, creating 500 jobs and retaining over 600 jobs. Key projects include applied optoelectronics, Lake Point Green, and continued investment in Town Square, along with the city's commitment to the Imperial Historic District. Beyond projects, this work is about building partnerships, supporting businesses, improving infrastructure, and positioning Sugar Land for long-term success. This impact is made possible by our economic development, tourism, and redevelopment teams. Thank you so much for your leadership and dedication. And to learn more, as always, follow Sugar Land Economic Development on LinkedIn. Put that in there for you, Elizabeth. So on behalf of City Council, it's my honor to recognize May 4th through 9th as Economic Development Week in Sugar Land. So now I would like to present you with a proclamation. Whereas economic development plays a vital role in fostering a strong and resilient community by creating jobs, supporting local businesses, expanding the tax base, and enhancing the overall quality of life for our residents. Whereas the observation of Economic Development Week highlights the importance of building vibrant, sustainable local economies and is celebrated by communities across the nation. And whereas it is fitting to recognize the professionals, partners, and stakeholders whose tremendous dedication and collaboration continue to contribute to the continued strength and long-term vitality of our local economy. Now, therefore, I, Carol McCutcheon, on behalf of the members of City Council and by the virtue of authority vested in me as Mayor of Sugar Land, proclaim May 4th through 8th, 2026 as Economic Development Week in the City of Sugar Land.
In the front, could I get you to move this way a little bit? There we go. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Great job.
So our next recognition is Building Safety Month, and that will be presented by Joshua Doyle, our Chief Building Official. And also, I'd like to call up not only Josh, but also staff in attendance from the Fire Marshal's Office, Code Enforcement Division, and Permits Inspections. Wow, we've got a nice big crew here tonight, yes. So I'd like to express my gratitude to our amazing staff in permits and inspections, Fire Marshal's Office, and Code Enforcement. Thank you for all of your work behind the scenes to keep our homes, businesses, and communities safe every single day. We appreciate your commitment to Building Safety Month and to protecting the residents of Sugar Land. So Josh, would you like to say a few words?
Dang, I wasn't planning this. From me, first like to, it's fine. I'd like to start first with leadership from Mike to Brian, Campese on the fire side, Herc on the public works side, but really like what they, the support they give us to be able to do what we do behind the scenes means a lot. My team knows, fire marshal knows, code from permits, everything you do really keep Sugar Land safe one building at a time. It's not just a motto, it's something we truly live by. So really thank you, for everyone that's involved behind the scenes. Without y'all, I wouldn't look good, so thank you. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Thank you. And now we have a video to play.
Every day, our city works behind the scenes to ensure that homes, businesses, and public spaces are safe, resilient, and built for the future.
Building safety means that every structure is safe for the families who live and work here.
We're not just doing plan reviews and conducting inspections. We're helping to build a safer and stronger Sugar Land.
Our job is to ensure what's built today will stay strong for years to come.
From plan review to the final inspection, our team works together with builders, designers, and the community to uphold the highest standards.
Because building safety isn't just about structures. It's about protecting our people, preserving our investments, and strengthening our city.
We're here to keep you safe. Happy Building Safety Month from the City of Sugar Land.
That's cute. Yay. So now I'd like to present a proclamation. Whereas Building Safety Month is a nationwide initiative that raises awareness about the importance of safe building practices, code compliance, and the critical role of building safety professionals in protecting lives and properties. And whereas the City of Sugar Land recognizes this initiative through the collaborative efforts of the Permits and Inspections Division within the Planning and Development Services Department, the Fire Marshal's Office, and the Code Enforcement Division within Public Works. And whereas Building Safety Month serves as an opportunity to recognize this achievement while continuing to promote awareness, education, and ongoing efforts to enhance community resilience and safeguard the public. Now, therefore, I, Carol McCutcheon, on behalf of the members of City Council, and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as Mayor of Sugar Land, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Building Safety Month in the City of Sugar Land. Thank you all for everything you do.
Tall people in the back, but most of you are tall, so so if you're kind of tall, step forward a little bit. Sorry, I didn't invent height. A little bit more up, and if we can get maybe another row like this. There we go. And then, yeah, maybe there we go. There we go. Big crowd. There we go. Thank you, Mayor. That looks great. Okay. Oh, at the very end, gotta get you to crowd in just a hair. There we go. Thank you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Thank you all.
Next item is item 6, public comment. At this time, we'll open public comment. Citizens who wish to address the City Council regarding items on the agenda for consideration will have 3 minutes to speak. And I see I've been given one speaker request form. Is there any others?
No, Mayor, there is not.
Okay, and so our speaker is Dave Burnett from the Fort Bend Mountain Biking Association.
Thank you, Council, for the opportunity to address you. The reason I'm here tonight is there's an amendment to our contract up for your vote tonight, and the amendment is basically about a land use fee agreement. You heard earlier that we build and maintain the trails on city property through the licensing agreement. Not only do we do the work, between 1,000 and 2,000 hours of volunteer work a year, we also pay for all the maintenance, the regular maintenance of the trails. It costs us some years as much as $50,000, depending on how Mother Nature treats us. You know, we're in the flood zone, if we're flooded, hurricanes, other extenuating circumstances, we pay for the insurance that's required under the contract. So one of the ways we raise money is through holding events at the park. This past weekend, we had a mountain bike race at the park. We had anywhere from 3-year-olds to 70-year-olds out on our trails racing their bikes. There's an entry fee. In the mountain bike community races, it's customary for a $10 land use fee. We're asking that you approve that $10 land use fee goes back to our coffers. It doesn't cost the city. It's all run through the registration bike red off books. So we're asking that you approve the fee to be, and Brianna will make a presentation, but we're asking the city council approves that to help fund our maintenance of the trails. We've done this the last couple of years. We're finally coming into a formal agreement with it. And these races in this land use fee makes up almost 1/3 of our annual budget. So without this approval and without this, our financial stability will be put at risk. So thank you for your time, and we ask you for your yes vote.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, now public comment is closed. Next item is 7, consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered routine and will be enacted by one motion. Is there any council member who wishes to remove an item? No. Okay, we have a motion to approve by Watley with a second by Miller. Let's vote at this time. And the motion passes 7-0. Next item is 8, contracts. We have one item under consideration, contract with Consor North America, Inc. I'd like to welcome Greg Nichols, Senior Project Manager, to come forward.
Where did the keyboard go?
Okay. Yeah, so you're looking at this. So item A is consideration of an action on the authorization of the execution of a professional services contract with Consor North America for the design of Sugarland Trail Phase 2 CIP CPK 2503 in the amount of $791,576.75.
Good evening. I'm here to present for your consideration Sugarland Trail Phase 2 professional services design contract. Little background on the project. In November 2023, Fort Bend County voters approved the 2023 Mobility Bond Program, which includes mobility projects within the city of Sugarland. In November 2024, Sugarland voters approved Proposition B, authorizing up to $118 million in bonds dedicated to streets, sidewalks, and mobility improvements. On November 18, 2025, City Council approved the interlocal agreement with Fort Bend County. This partnership directly supports the priorities outlined in the Sugarland 2023 Master Mobility Plan. Sugarland Trail Phase 2 advances these goals by providing enhanced accessibility and improved multimodal connectivity. The 10-foot wide concrete trail will support safer travel along Lexington between Oxbow Drive and Highway 6 and along Austin Parkway between Lexington and Commonwealth Boulevard. This trail network will connect many residential areas to major destinations. Here's an aerial map that shows you the limits of the project. You can see Lexington up there in the upper right, and then Austin Parkway extending through the middle of the project. As you can see, it's a fairly large project. It pretty much spans all of First Colony. Firm selection, as per city policy number PU 109, the engineering department issued an RFQ in September 2025. 11 engineering firms responded. City staff shortlisted and interviewed 3 engineering companies. Consor North America, Inc. was selected to perform the Sugar Land Trail Phase 2 design. Project scope, it's a 10-foot wide concrete trail, shared use path from Oxbow Drive to State Highway 6, 1.6 miles, and along Austin Parkway from Lexington Boulevard to Commonwealth Boulevard, 2.5 miles. A new pedestrian bridge over Steep Bay Creek, which is on Austin Parkway. Modifications to pedestrian signals at 4 signalized intersections. Topographic survey for the bridge design, a tree preservation plan, utility contact coordination, and bid phase services. Available budget for the project, there's $10,300,000 currently in the project. Professional service fee for the project is $791,576.75. Design funding source, Fort Bend County Mobility Bonds are funding 100% of the design contract, this contract. Construction funding source, staff has secured a Federal Transit Administration grant for $6,450,000, and Fort Bend County Mobility Bonds will pay up to $3,850,000. We anticipate, with your approval, issuing the notice to proceed for this contract in June 2026, and the project will take approximately a year to construct. We authorize award a professional service design contract with Consor North America in the amount of $791,576.75 for the design of Sugar Land Trail Phase 2. With that, I'll entertain any questions you may have.
Okay, good. Well, great job on securing all the different funding sources. Yes, Councilmember Jacobson.
Thank you, Mayor. It's widely acknowledged that District 3 is the finest and loveliest district and the most pure people and above average people in the city. And it's hard to believe that we could get even better, but this is going to be doing that. So I move that we approve this item.
Yeah. Councilmember Watley.
It's highly known that a couple of people that weren't in District 3 were responsible for naming that trail, and as such, I would like to second that motion.
Okay, great. Any further questions or comments? Okay, so yeah, it was a very innovative, trailblazing trail name, I thought. Speaking of, yeah, Sugar Land Trail. Okay, anyway, let's vote at this time. Motion passes 7-0. Thank you, Greg. Next, item 9, City Council and City Manager reports. First, we'll hear from Councilmember Watley.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things I want to talk about. Yesterday, I had the pleasure and the honor of emceeing the Rainbow Room Golf Tournament dinner, and those guys were awesome. They have a little time to listen to things we have to say after they play a full day of golf, and they want to eat and go home and get their awards. But thank you, Rainbow Room, for having me there, and I want to tell you, you guys are doing a great job providing resources for people in need and who have emergency needs, and thank you for that. And on April 26th, I attended the Rotary Community Fundraiser, where we bid on celebrities in our community to have dinner with them as a fundraising event. And of course, our mayor was one of those people that we got to bid on. So congratulations, Rotary, good job.
Thank you, Councilmember Watley. Councilmember Single.
Thank you, Mayor. So I attended the Sugar Land FIFA Friendly Conference, which was done for all the vendors and partners. That was a very great work done by our team. Also attended the Sugar Land Tourism Friendly Certification Award, which was presented by, the part of the governor's office. And also all of us attended the Fraser's 70-year celebration today. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Miller.
I've been sidetracked a little bit with my nose surgery, but went to the FIFA tourism event last week, and that was a really great job the staff did.
Thank you. Councilmember Vandahar.
Thank you, Mayor. On the 25th, I was an active participant in the hazardous waste project at the stadium here on Lexington. And I was blown away by the number of people that participated in that, and very well done event. So thank you to all of the folks in the city that were responsible for making that happen. And I have a couple of things I forgot, and I got to look. Okay, I also did the FIFA thing with Visit Sugarland. And then this past Sunday, I attended I'm not sure what you call it, I'm not an artist, but the introduction to a couple of artists that were presenting their work at the Sugarland Art Museum in Town Square. We have a jewel of a little museum there in Sugarland that I would venture to say a lot of people know nothing about. But just to give you an example, the two artists that were being featured on that night are not from Texas. One of them actually is from New York City. Both of them have been, their art has been presented at various different studios, museums, and private collections around the world. And where else are you going to get that in Fort Bend County? So what a great organization. I encourage everybody to go take a look at it. And then finally, I'll wrap up with all of us attended thank you. I was drawing a blank on the name. The Fraser celebration today. Fraser is one of the businesses in our industrial park. They celebrated their 70th anniversary today, and they also had a ribbon cutting. They have relocated their corporate headquarters to Sugarland. So kudos to Fraser, and thank them for being such a great partner.
Thank you. Councilmember Jacobson.
Thank you, Mayor. Mine have already been said.
Okay. Thank you. Councilmember Betcher.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. This past week, I went to the Fort Bend Senior Meals on Wheels golf tournament at Sugar Creek Golf Club. They had many UT greats and NFL greats, including Vince Young. And then I also attended, I think a couple other council members were there, the Child Advocates of Fort Bend Gala, and their mission is to break the cycle of abuse. So great causes.
Thank you. And I hosted the Parks Board at the Space Cowboys, and I attended an International Cuisine Festival at Tramontino, and that was a lot of fun to sample food from all over the world there. And then I met with the Webelow Scouts, and they wanted to know all about what it's like to be a mayor and what the city does for our residents. So City Manager, Sugarland has been in the news recently with some really great things. Want to tell us about that?
Yes, Mayor. It's been a busy week of receiving awards and accolades, and that's really a testament to our community, to our council, and to our staff. So we were named the third most livable city in the United States and the #1 in Texas by livability, and also named the second safest and most affordable city in the country and the #1 in Texas in another posting recently. And so it's always good to get these recognitions because so many people work so hard for it. I'd also like to give a message to all of our parents out there. You are a month away from being stuck in your house with your children. And so our Parks Department has the most amazing summer schedule for you. All of these camps and everything else. Go to their website, check it out. They're going to have a great time, and you can get them out of the house for a little bit. Thank you, Mayor.
Great. Well, great job by all of our staff for all those accolades. So item 10, adjournments. So having no further business, have a motion? I make a motion to adjourn. Okay, and we are adjourned. Thank you.